Hello there, and welcome to Dateline Abuja. I'm Kayla Megwa. On this week's edition of the program, residents of Kubwa, one of the satellite towns in the Federal Capital Territory, are calling on the Buhari Area Council and the Federal Capital Territory Administration to do something about the deplorable state of roads in the area. Also, we look at challenges confronting engineering and technology innovations in the interview segment.
Abuja is located in the center of Nigeria and has a land area of 8,000 square kilometers. It is bounded on the north by Kaduna State, on the west by Niger State, on the east and southeast by Nasarawa State, and on the southwest by Kogi State. The Federal Capital Territory consists of 6 area councils, namely Abaji, Abuja Municipal, Buhari, Gwagwalada, Kuje, and Kwali. The Federal Capital City sits within the Abuja Municipal Area Council. It is developed in 5 phases, which covers a distance of about 1,000 square kilometers.
Roads in Kubwa are becoming a major source of concern for residents of the area. However, the leadership of the Buhari Area Council is promising to make road construction a priority for the administration.
Road. About more than 15 years ago, when they came to that point there, where you see that the car stopped, they stopped there. Because this place was fenced around. Because this is a Karanasco farm. So the owner of the farm did not allow them to pass the road along through his farm. So until they agreed, when that was done, they opened it because they pay. According to them, they said they compensated the man for the crops he planted. So it has been like this for 7 years. Since that time, they put this. I think you see the level of the work done. They abandoned the road. Over 7 years now, nothing is done. Some people coming from Duse, that's supposed to go straight to Bianyi, to the express. They wouldn't have diverted to 2-1. They would go straight. But since no straight road, no road open, because there's water down there that they're supposed to build a bridge, but it's not built. That bridge stopped people from going straight. So when they come, they divert to 2-1. Both at Karanasco Road, then the express, or they turn to Gubwa Village, or Bianyi, or Chikakure. If we're to be a walking day, you will see everywhere will be jam-packed. Because people coming here to go to Duse, and people coming to Duse to go to here. And you see the condition of the road is not good. And down there, the bridge is so bad.
It has been like that for ages. Initially, they said Anza Farm. He has a farm there. He said that nobody should even touch his farm there. But now we now discover that if you move down to that place, you will see a link there, a break up there, sort of a river. So we need a bridge that will link up to that Duse Aziz.
Arab contractor, they gave them this place to repair. And they repair it, they stop at this place. And because of this bridge, they could not be able to finish. It is getting to almost 10 years now. And you could look, we turn it to become our place of, washing car, and some of them have even carry sand here. If they completed this bridge, in fact, even the whole area will develop. Because people from Duse, Bofuma, they cannot follow express. They can even take shortcut from here to Zuba or Dede side. And secondly, again, for that Liberty, because of they have never completed the second lay, and it brings a lot of hold up in that place. Especially people coming from work, instead of them to reach house immediately, they take many hours because of that Liberty junction.
There are other roads in bad state within the area. One of them is the link road to the NYSC camp, Feaso Savings Junction, and Chikakore Road. But one of the worst is the link road to Phase 4, Residents say the road has been in a bad state for several years.
Well, this road has been like this for quite some years, about 8 to 10 years. So it is now they are trying to create the gutter. So it's even better now. We do normally pass this place. This road linked to this school here, Government Secondary School, Kubwa, Phase 4 here. So it connects a lot of places, even to police station here. So we'll be suffering from this road. During rainy season, it's unpassable. At times, most don't usually pass this place. You can see for yourself the spot here. If the rain is dropping now, believe you me, hardly before you see pedestrians passing through this place. So it's very, very bad. Well, it will relieve people that are coming from, especially Biaji and Braji across, easy access to Phase 4 here. Because Phase 4 here link up, without this road, there's no way we can access Phase 4. We have to pass a very long distance before we're able to access Phase 4. So it serves as a link out to Phase 4, which will now connect us to the town.
Nepa Road in Phase 4 is also in a terrible state, and some of the business owners are lamenting its impact on their investments.
Since I came to this Nepa Road, it has not been done. Yeah, when I came here, the road was bad. Everything, there was no gutter. There were so many gallops and things like that. I've been hearing things about the road. They say that they have paid for the road for construction and everything. The government has done all those things, but we haven't seen anything yet. My shop is here. My shop has spent like 8 years in this road, going to 10 years now. It has been like this since I came. Since I came, the only thing that I've done at least was gutter. And the gutter that they did was by force, and it's mostly the landlord that contributed for the gutter. It's not as if it's the money of any other person. If you notice that, it's only the people that are staying in this place that have done the gutter. It links to Dantata Estate, before the one close to the railway over there. Then it links to Phase 4, the main road at Kubwa. I think that's the main road at Kubwa. If there's traffic on the main road there, some cars usually use here as escape for them to reduce the traffic. But if they don't do this road, sometimes you will not like to pass the road, because if the rain is falling or something, it looks very, very bad. And so many times, this road could have been developed. If had it been developed, at least things and business, all those things will be moving well here.
I've stayed here like 7 years now, and this road has been very, very bad for a very long time. I did not even expect that up till now this government will have not done anything about the road. The road is very, very bad. Had it been passed here yesterday after the rain, everywhere was very, very bad. It was so scattered. People are not even following the road. They are about to climb the other side of it. So it's very, very bad. I'm expecting government to do something about this for a very, very long time, but nothing is happening up to now.
The road is a little bit good now than before. Compared to before, the road was so bad that cars can't move here and all that. When rain falls, the car gets stuck, nobody can pass. If you take a look at this place, you see they constructed here recently. Somewhere they want to go to work, they can't go. They have to park their cars at home and pick bike outside. They need to go to the junction and pick bike. Then when the road is fixed, it will enable cars to pass freely.
However, construction work is ongoing on some parts of the roads. Development of roads in satellite towns is a priority item in the 2020 budget of the Federal Capital Territory. According to the FCTA, 33.7 billion naira has been budgeted for the development of critical infrastructure in satellite towns, including Kubwa and 10 other towns. Buari Area Council has also been making budgetary provisions for road construction. In 2018, the administration budgeted over 1 billion naira for works and housing. In 2019, the administration set aside over 952 million naira for works and housing, while a total of 1.3 billion naira is proposed for works and housing in the council's 2020 budget. The chairman of the council insists that road construction is a priority for his administration.
There are other projects which we are we have already started executing by now. By God's grace, maybe next month or 2 months' time, we are going to call back the Honorable Minister of State, the Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, and the dignitaries all over the Buhari, the FCT at large, in order to come and give us another support for commissioning this project by the grace of God. One is the Sabongari Road and the Buhari Township Road. Not just that particular bridge, even other bridge across the whole area council. We are going to make sure that we streamline everything so that it will go as usual. We make sure wherever they need our intervention, we will surely be there in order to intervene. But we want to create our intelligence to the people of Buhari Area Council. Those of us dumping refuse inside river, dumping refuse inside our gutter, this is the reason most why at times you see that there is a percolation or there is this flood in our society. Already it has been the measurements have been taken on that road. The people that are engineers that are to work on that road, they are on it. You know, in this year, let me tell you, Buhari Area Council, I'm not bragging, but God is with us. In a year, before now, I want to tell you, even at this pandemic period that we are in, everybody knows that financially all these parastatals have been broken down. But despite that, we have been trying to see, we are struggling, and we have been able to achieve one thing or the other. So I want to tell you, all these areas, we are going to follow them one after the other to make sure that the need is being done. Thank you.
The residents of Kubwa are hoping that the promises are backed with action, which will make life better for them and their vehicles.
Thanks for staying with us. Remember, despite the ease on interstate travel restrictions, it's critical to adhere to preventive measures. The actions you take today to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in your community protects the vulnerable and elderly people around you. When you don't practice preventive behaviors, you increase the risk of spreading COVID-19 to your parents and the elderly. Take responsibility. Keep them safe by observing physical distancing, wear a face mask, and wash your hands frequently. The COVID-19 pandemic is affording the National Agency for Science, Engineering and Infrastructure an opportunity to produce the first made-in-Nigeria ventilators and safety tunnels. The agency says several innovations are in the pipeline. However, there are challenges. In this interview, the Executive Vice Chairman of the agency, Professor Mohammed Haruna, starts by talking about challenges of getting local innovations into the market.
The technologies that are matured, that have passed all the necessary standard accreditation and certification and are in mass production in the market, available in the market, include our solar products, our solar modules, that is solar panels, includes other accessories required to make a complete solar power supply, including inverters, including charge controllers, and of course, including high efficiency lights emitting diodes that we call Neseni high efficiency energy saver lamps. Now, let me say that research and development institutions of Naseni are structured in form of and the shape with facilities well equipped to operate like manufacturing concern. So whatever we research and develop, we are in a position to demonstrate by a pilot scheme manufacturing process how it should be and the processes that it requires. Although it's not that we want to be the one doing the mass production going to the market, we prepare private sector to take it to the market. It is within the mandate of Naseni to do everything possible to bring local innovators, particularly those from informal sector, who have some creativity and some ingenuity, but may lack certain equipment, may lack certain theoretical background in order to upgrade their own innovation to meet standard, both national and international standard. For example, somebody may just conceive with his hand and produce something. When you look at it and advise him, I want you to optimize this quality or this picture. I want the kilogram, the length, the width. I want the mass to be included. Oh, this is what I prefer. Because he just created it without a design, just by imagining. If you ask him what capacity is this, what weight is this, he will not be able to do. So it is within the mandate of Naseni, and we are doing that as much as possible to bring this from normal and informal sector to interact with our experts, to guide them, to assist in setting capacity development and orientation. Where possible, support them such that what they conceive can actually see the light of the day and be even standardized, to even acquire intellectual property for it so that they benefit from their creativity. But I must confess, in as much as this is what we are supposed to do round the clock, we are not able to meet the demand that is before us. Once they conceive an idea, they approach Naseni, they contact Naseni. Some will come and use our facility because of the advanced manufacturing facilities we have, computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing. We do standardize their design to meet standards such that if you have a product at the end of the day, those responsible for granting intellectual property will see that yes, you have a design that this product can be attributed to you and agree to give you certificates that you are the inventor. Naseni, by its Establishment Act, we are not supposed to be complaining of fund. The founding fathers have thought it wise and have copied what is obtained elsewhere across the globe and developed a rugged policy, structure, and system of operation that will have made the agency efficient. The little things you are seeing from Naseni, if this aspect of our act is realized, today Nigeria will have been happier for it, because we are supposed to sell technology to Nigerian SMEs without asking for any honorarium or any payment, because they are supposed to be paying Naseni industrial levy through their taxes, through payment of taxes to federal inland revenue. As a result of that, the whole thing circulates and it's a win-win situation. But this has never been realized. Naseni is supposed to have this fund such that whatever we want to do as an intervention for the development of the country, we don't have to be going calf in hand. I will give you an example. The current situation of the lockdown that is continuously being unlocked to ease hardship of COVID-19. We have developed so many products that should be by now installed in public places, in markets, in offices, that if as you are moving, you are disinfected completely without no fear. There is no need for you to use infrared thermometer to check whether I should enter your premises or to give me something to wash my hand. Our equipment will automatically disinfect you if you are not supposed to be allowed because of your condition or hazardous nature, or if you have already you are a carrier, you can spread COVID-19 or the virus. But the alarm will tell us you don't need to come in even in the first place. And as you come in, because there is no evidence or there is no symptoms that you are exhibiting, you will be completely not only hand and mouth, even your clothes, if it is carrying anything. As you enter through the safety tunnel and come out, you are free. The equipment we developed, we subjected them to virological tests by experts. For example, National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development have assessed the efficacy of these devices. What we are saying, Naseni is supposed by now to have its fund that can mass produce this invite private sector to guide them on our design and creativity to also participate. They will produce what the nation will benefit from while making profits, while employing others. Have not received funds either from government, the COVID-19 committee, despite all effort to reach out to all quarters. However, I must say that some MDAs have approached us and we are producing, installing for their premises to safeguard their premises. For example, Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, the ministry, Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAM. We have installed in the premises of Federal Inland Revenue Services in Abuja, and with a plan to reach out to other centers of theirs to install. Again, there are some consultation and assessment by other MDAs like NIDA and so on and so forth, which they want to acquire. Government is supposed to have this for the markets, for the secretariats, for stadium, all places. I mean, the disease is spreading more and more.
Thanks for staying with us. Let's continue the conversation online through the email address and Twitter handle on your screen. Also be sure to share anything happening within your locality. Don't forget, you can view the program on youtube.com/channelsweb/videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Kayla Megwa.